Hello everyone. Welcome to Model Catalog August 2021 release introduction session. My name is Dijan Bhattacharjee and today I have with me my co-worker Jagati. The way we organize this session is first we are going to give a brief overview of set of new features which we added in Model Catalog, and then we are going to have a live working demo. This is our familiar OCI console UI for data science. Those who are using the data science product, you must have seen the model resource. It was present since the beginning of data science. We have added a bunch of features to this model resource as you see in the screen. We have updates in model provenance, added model taxonomy, and input and output data schema. We also added model introspection checks and integration with OCI service for metadata. The goal of this new release is to expand the amount of metadata we capture as part of Model Catalog. Going back to UI, if I click on a model, it shows a bunch of new information under resource section now, which you can see in the screen. Let's go to model provenance. We have model provenance, which now captures information about where the model originates from. Also, it captures training source code information like GitHub repository URL, Git commit, Git branch, and few other information. Next is model taxonomy. In model taxonomy, you can capture use case description, model framework, and model framework version information. We have nearly 20 or so different use cases you can pick from. You can also choose from 30 or so model frameworks. We are also capturing algorithm that is picked from the class the model has been derived and hyperparameters for the model. You can also capture custom model attributes. So in this case, I capture performance metrics and path of training dataset used to train the model, which is an object storage location in this case. Next is associated model deployment. If a model is deployed, we can view the associate model list here in the screen. Let's go to model introspection. I'll come to model introspection later. Let me go straight to input and output data schema, and then we'll come back to model introspection. We give you now the option to document the input data schema for the model. This is input feature vector that score.py predict function takes this as an input. You can document the schema here. We are also providing the option to document output data schema, which documents the structure of the response of your model, like what it is going to return. Now coming back to the model introspection. This is new concept introduced here. The idea of introspection is different from model evaluation. Model evaluation usually targets the performance metrics of the model, like accuracy, F1 score, and few more. But there is a lot more to that than selecting a model and putting it into production. There is a lot of checks you have to do on model itself to make sure model is a production ready. And that's where model introspection comes into the picture. It runs series of checks in your model artifact to make sure that you have covered all the basics, like your score.py is correctly written, the runtime YAML reference to a valid content environment, etc. Eventually, we'll add more tests over time. So far, as part of this release, we have added 14 tests. When you save the model, ADS will run those checks and give results as an output before saving the model. And also, as part of saving the model, ADS will take that results from local and upload those test results so that we can see them in console. We also added OCI search integration for model metadata. Like here, I'm searching with the text history post. It shows the list of models. And if I go inside a model, I can see the model framework is XGBoost. This is the integration we provide as part of this release. That's the kind of overview of Model Catalog new features. And now I hand it over to Jagati to show the working demo. Over to you, Jagati.
Thanks for the overview, Dvijin. Hello everyone, I'm Jagati and I will be walking you through the OCI console demo for data science models. It is one of the multiple ways to save a model. I will be doing it through the console, but most likely the models will be saved programmatically with ADS or the OCI Python SDK. In case of ADS, all the model metadata is extracted automatically if you save the model from a notebook, for example. ADS also adds a series of custom metadata automatically to document the datasets used, performance metrics, etc. Navigate to the menu here, search for data science, and open it. You can either create a new project from here or open an existing project. Navigate to the models section under resources, and here you can see the list of models created in this particular project. Create a new model. You can select a compartment from the drop-down in which you wish to create your model. Provide a name for the model and a description can be added as well. A model artifact needs to be uploaded in a zip format, which should have all the files needed to deploy your model or load it in a notebook session. Select. And here we expect artifact to have two mandatory files, score.py and runtime.yaml, along with your model. You can download sample artifact file here. And these are the contents of the sample artifact file. It has code.py, which should have methods for predict and loading your model, and runtime.yaml, which should have Conda environment related information. We also have artifact introspection tests, which have a Python script inside it. And you can run this Python script on your model artifact file for syntax checks and also the mandatory file checks. Select your artifact file and click on Upload. Model provenance. This is used to document training environment and code-related information. Here, you can select a notebook session in which your model is trained in. You can either select using a project, or you can also search by OSID if you know the OSID of the notebook session. You can change your compartment and select a project in which you have the notebook session and select it. The second option is to search using an OSID. You can paste the OSID of the notebook session and click on search. The notebook session is selected. You can also document your training code. You can provide the Git repository URL, commit number, branch name, model directory, and also the file name for model training script. Model taxonomy. Here you can document your model's use case from a list of drop-down. I'm selecting named entity recognition. And you can also select framework from the drop-down, which is a BERT model and framework version. You can provide the algorithm used. And provide the model hyperparameters. This should be in the JSON format. Artifact test results. To run the test, Python version greater than 3.5 is required. Artifact introspection test has a Python script to validate the artifact and a requirements file to install necessary Python libraries. Run this pip install command to install the required libraries. Using the Python script in the sample artifact, you can validate your artifact zip. If there are no errors, you get this message that validation is passed. Then you get the validation output in a JSON file, and you can upload the content of this file in the defined metadata. Upload your JSON file here, and we can also add custom attributes. Add a label. Example, accuracy of the model, 96%. Category of this attribute, performance. You can add up to 50 custom attributes. F1 score. Select the category and a description can be added as well. Schema definition. We can upload both model input and output data schema. Input schema documents required features that are necessary to make a model prediction, and output schema for predictions returned by the model. This is an example of model input schema telling it should have the following properties. And this is an example of output schema which tells a prediction should have category and confidence. Select and upload input schema. Select the JSON file for it. Upload output schema. Select output schema JSON file and upload. Under advanced options, we have tags. So tags are for tracking your resources. Let's add a freeform tag here, screencast demo, and click on create. It navigates to the model details page where we can see the model information, which has the name of the model artifact we have uploaded. And under the resources, we can see the uploaded provenance related information, training resource, and the training source code. Under model taxonomy, we can see the uploaded defined metadata, hyperparameters, and we can see the custom metadata here. Associated model deployments. We can create a model deployment from here, and we can see all the list of model deployments associated with this model over here. And we can also filter using the state. Model introspection. This has the details of the artifact test results we have uploaded. Input and output data schema. It has both the schema we have uploaded. Under tags, we have the freeform tag that we have added as screencast. We can search using this freeform tag from the OCI search. Screencast, and we can see the BERT model we have created over here. And editing a model. We can only edit name, description, provenance, and taxonomy. Artifact and input-output schema are not editable. Edit model taxonomy. You can change your use case type and save changes. And the changes are reflected over here. You can also save a model using ADS, which automatically captures most of the metadata, and we will be showing that in a separate demo. Thanks for watching.